The Cash for Clunkers program has been panned as juicing up sales for a few months, and then car sales went into the doldrums. It seems the same thing happened with the sales after the incentives to long cease. Do you believe that the stimulus program have proved to be successful? Do you favor more of the same going forward? Why or why not?
Sherry?
I'm sorry, Representative McCollum.
Yes. Sherry, before you said the car, there was a word in there I didn't hear, and I want to make
Oh,
sure
okay. Car sales went into the doldrums. It seems the same thing happened with the home sales after the incentives were long ceased.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you very much. Well, we were in an economic 9/11, and we were told by economists that we needed to do something to jumpstart and to rescue the economy from further failure. There were many ideas that were out there. We heard from conservative economics, we heard from people who were very liberal on it, and so we came together to put a rescue package for this economy to the very best we could. And one big part of it, a third of it, was tax cuts on payroll taxes, because we heard from many of the conservative economics people that we needed to include that. We heard from many realtors, many families, many economists that we needed to do something to give confidence in home sales. We did that, was one time. And the other group that we heard from was the American auto industry. And we didn't want to see millions of more people finding themselves on the unemployed rolls. And so Cash for Clunkers was instituted on a short time.
Thank you. Mr. Carlson?
Well, I mean, these kind of measures did help to drive the economy, and now we're suffering from their loss. But I mean, look, the biggest problem that we have right now is that we're about to lose our auto industry to the Chinese. I mean, right now they're over there forcing companies like GM and other auto companies. GM now, we're the big owners of it. And they're going to force us to enter into what they call indigenous innovation, and where we share our copyright and patents and intellectual capital with them as a part of a joint venture. And then they take it and they're going to take over the auto industry. This is a big problem. They're going to at least double their output of autos over the next 4 years to about 65 million. So to me, Cash for Clunkers is, you know, it's quaint. It's not what we got to worry about now. We have to get revved up to get back in the leadership position of the world economics.
Thank you.
The Cash for Clunkers program was justified both in part to ensure that the unions who vote strongly Democratic received their payoff from the election, and also in part to ensure the environmental implementation of regulations and rules that couldn't get passed through Congress. The destruction of perfectly usable cars in exchange for the purchase of new cars, which the government through Cash for Clunkers paid far more for than would have been paid retail, is not a sensible intervention. What we needed was the sort of intervention of improving Americans' infrastructure, just as the U.S. Chamber of Commerce said in their open letter to President Obama. Not this incentive to buy more consumer goods in that sense, but rather to invest in the infrastructure that allows businesses to expand and create jobs.
Thank you.